throughout the show, talking to obviously a lot of our distributor partners are here. We had some meetings this morning with them, and I think there's a lot of optimism in the market. The outlook is pretty strong. I think there's some pockets of areas where maybe it's a little bit softer, but overall I think things are pretty good, and people are optimistic. As we walked around the show some yesterday, and we're going to do a little bit more today.
Extreme challenges, extreme results. So how is the Novo brand taking this forward?
I'll start. Extreme challenges, extreme results. Obviously, the machining environment.
Exactly.
That's very abrasive environment. You're cutting metal. You're cutting cast irons and steels and titaniums and even aluminums, non-ferrous materials like coppers, etc. So it's an extreme environment, and what we like to talk about is providing that best solution for that environment. So whether you're machining a steel component, a cast iron component, or titanium, that you select the best product the first time for that solution. And that's where Novo comes in.
Okay.
Novo is not only an advisor and a selector, but it's also really helps you zero in on that sweet spot of the application right away. I mean, my background's in machining, and I remember the days of trying different inserts and different geometries, different chip controls, different speeds and feed recommendations. And what Novo does is takes all that guesswork out. We've actually captured, we say 75 to 80 years of scientific history that the organization has developed over the years, and brought that into a very precise selection system around each tooling, each insert, each product that we have in the Widia offering. So, in years past, you used to start with a range. There was a recommended speed and feed range, if you remember back in the days when people actually used catalogs, and some people still do. But there was always a range in there to start from. This feed rate, this surface feed per minute, this, chip geometry, whatever. Now, Novo allows you to go in, type in your material, the type of machine, here's the operation, and it really just helps you narrow in on that specific product line very, very quickly. So it's a huge time saver. It gets you the right product the first time, and it gets you there quickly. So it ties in well with our tagline of extreme challenges, extreme results, because in order to perform extreme results, you got to have the right product the first time, and that's what Novo helps us do.
Yeah. When we drive into this venue, we see this huge body of Widia talking about victory. You expanded the portfolio earlier in 2014, and you just mentioned about finding the sweet spot for efficient manufacturing. I think victory takes it a little ahead. Want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So victory today is really still, I mean, even though we launched it in 2014, is still a new product in the marketplace, and still on a very high growth trajectory, and frankly there's a lot of market opportunity out there. We just expanded the Victory line to include some titanium, what I'll call the high temperature alloy type grades and geometries. So I think we introduced three new grades and geometries at the show this year for Victory, and that is a super high performance. I mean, that is the best turning product line in the marketplace today. We've done a lot of tests. It's rare when you're developing a new product that you have like an 85 to 90% win rate across the board. Victory has that. So that means
it justifies the name Victory.
Oh, absolutely, because 9 out of 10 times, hands down, you're going to win. Again, nobody's ever perfect out there, but Victory's pretty daggone close. So we're very proud of that product line, and we see a lot of opportunity for Victory in India. But again, there's an example where, if you're in a turning application and you need a solution, it's going to take you to Victory, and it's going to give you the specific geometry, the size, the grade, etc. to have the right choice.
So you got Novo, you got Victory, you got anything else that you're showcasing at Imtex?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the VSM11, a new 90-degree shoulder milling platform, VSM 490, which is a four-sided, interchangeable, indexable milling platform that produces a true 90-degree flat, straight wall. So we're pretty excited about that. The top cut 4 drill, which we're showcasing here as well. A series of the Very taps. So we also have the Very family of products. We have the Very drill, which has been with us for a few years, but now we're introducing the Very mill, Very end mill, and the Very tap. And the Very family of products is very high performing products, but the reason we call it the Very family is because it's more versatile in its application. Okay, so a lot of times the job shops out there or the tiered suppliers, you know, they may not be running 10,000 of one component. So they need a good tool, a great tool that can you know, be applied across multiple workpiece materials, and that's where we use the Very family for those kind of solutions.
The last year, it's been a difficult year, the last 3-4 years for the industry overall, but how has it been for Widia?
In fact, on the contrary, I mean, while the industry continued to struggle through most of 2014, we had a splendid year actually. We had an extraordinary year. We grew by about 15%.
15%.
Yes, on a year-on-year. We also, you know, internally we actually leveraged what we had in terms of our resources, our new products which Bernie just talked about. So basically we went and took some market share. And yeah, we very clearly we took some market share last year.
So what are the keys, the industry sectors that you see driving this growth?
Well, you know, this is a mixed bag actually, because you know, you have on one hand you had the heavy commercial vehicles which were not doing well.
Right.
They're still not doing too well.
Right.
On the other hand, you have the two-wheeler industry which is doing well, pretty well. They have grown by almost 13% on a quarter-to-quarter basis recently also, and you have some of the exports have started to pick up. We are seeing that there's almost a 10% growth in exports. So there are segments which are growing. There are others which are not. So car industry is doing well now. They have come back. Car, there's definitely a revival. So while HCVs are not doing well, LCVs are okay, cars are okay, two-wheelers are okay, automotive in general. General engineering is doing pretty well.
Power equipment?
Power equipment is okay, not a problem at all.
Aerospace is another industry.
Yeah, aerospace and defense.
Is back. Railways, for example, is doing very well. Has done well in the last year also. So we were very picky about where we would want to be. You know, we very strategically positioned ourselves, and I think we did a good job last year.
Over the years, the role of a cutting tool company has evolved into that of a partner rather than being a supplier or a vendor. What is Widia doing in this context?
Yeah, I can start, and maybe Kumud, you can add some color to it.
Maybe you could add the India perspective to that.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll start, globally. I mean, and it's some of the things we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
It starts with your people. You got to have the right people. They got to have the right training and education, which is something I think the Widia team does a great job of in terms of educating and continuously training our employees to make sure that they're skilled in application, they're skilled in salesmanship and support. I mean, because at the end of the day, that's what we have to do with our partners and our customers.
Turnaround time, you know, and also they look at smaller batches of tools, especially when it comes to the custom solutions and all that. So that is what we have been able to meet the customer expectation and, you know, being in partnership with them. The other service that we provide is through the tool boss for the tool management, complete tool management at the customer end. So we also, you know, get into some kind of tie-up with the customer through the tool boss. We have different schemes. One is that called as share reward, perhaps. You know, it's all equipment which is there with the customer place, which each
The Make in India thing works definitely for us.
And of course, by supplying to the manufacturers here, you are again
automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
That. Anything that you would want to add besides what I have asked here, or I think we've covered everything?
No, I just think, we will continue, to your point about, made in India, we will continue to, invest in, in equipment, in people. There's a lot of growth opportunity here. We have a great team here. So we're going to continue to invest and drive for accelerated growth. That's, at the end of the day, that's what we do. So,
Thank you. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ranjan.
Thank you.
Thank you.